Number on the stats for the first half gives Nebraska most of all an edge in most of the important ones. First downs, Nebraska had 11, UCLA had 5. With total yardage, they picked up 196 yards to UCLA's 137. And probably for the most important one for UCLA is Nebraska had 41 plays to UCLA's 29. That is one thing UCLA cannot allow in the second half if they're going to stay in the ballgame. The big runner for UCLA has been Jim McAllister. He's had the ball 7 times for 54 yards. Harmon has been 2 for 5 in the air, but a big touchdown pass, a 46-yarder to Brad Lyman to give UCLA a 10-0 lead. Nebraska came back later on in the second quarter to tie it up 10-10. Dave Humm is 6 for 13, but we've seen 5 balls dropped by his receivers. He really should be about 12 for 13 or 11 for 13. He's picked up 82 yards in the air. Johnny Rogers has had the ball 5 times. He's gained 35 yards, scored a 12-yard touchdown, but has been most effective on the punt returns and also as a receiver. He has been the big threat for Nebraska this evening and actually has kept them into the ball game with the Bruins, who came out strong in the first quarter, ended up the first half hanging on as Nebraska tied them 10-10.
We'll be right back to start the action for the second half in just a moment. Sanger, number 43, kicking off to UCLA, and the deep men are McAllister and Johnson. Sanger has been kicking high, not very far, and there's another one. This time it comes back to McAllister at the 5. James swings to the outside, gets by one man at the 20, still on his feet at the 25, and he is apparently downed a clipping at the 21-yard line.
I think they called Kermit Johnson on the clip there.
So the ball is taken back as Johnson, attempting to block for McAllister, moved the ball back to the 11-yard line, and the Bruins have got a long haul to go. Campbell is the fullback, McAllister and Johnson the runners. The quarterback sneak this time, gets out to the 16-yard line. Harmon running over the right side, faking to the left. Glover went with the fake. The quarterback then shot over the right for a 5-yard gain.
Here he is, faking and just finding the first hole and trying to get as much yardage as possible. This is not going to break for a touchdown, but it is going to get you out of a hole. And that's exactly where UCLA is starting the second half, deep in their own territory on the 16-yard line.
Second down, 5 yards to go. The handoff this time is McAllister, and he got up to about the 19-yard line before he is forced back. Official has got his foot marked at that point anyway. We'll see. Glover was on the bottom of the pile, along with the right side. Pitts also in on the play.
I think that UCLA offense has to come around with a first down. I think the last 4 or 5 times they've had the ball, they haven't been able to move that ball or pick up a first down, and it's time to get your confidence back here against this Nebraska defense.
McAllister cuts to the inside. I think he's got the first down. He's out to the 21-yard line.
I'll tell you, it wasn't a very long run, but there were some fine moves put on by number 32 there.
The official, Kamansky, calls for the line yards to be brought in. John Dutton made the hit on McAllister after James took the pitch out from the quarterback. Going to be close. We'll see what happens.
Well, we could really use it here.
They got it. First down, UCLA.
Tom, not only do you have to keep this ball moving against Nebraska, the offense has to get its confidence against a football team like this. We're coming off a bad year offensively in 1971. I'm sure they've been pecked up at halftime here, but I think they've got to move the ball in the second half and know that they're capable of moving it against a fine Nebraska defense, perhaps the best they'll play all year.
Come on, Mac.
McAllister, the ball carrier, out to the 25-yard line, across the 25 to about the 26. Jansen, the left tackle, is on the bottom of the pile with all kinds of white jerseys helping out. Pickup of about 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. We don't know whether Nebraska has loosened up their defense a little bit. They were awfully tight and tough in the first half. And he's out to about the 30-yard line. Mark Harmon on the quarterback keep, going over the left side. Pulled down by the right end, Steve Manstedt. Short of the first down. We'll wait for the official to mark the ball.
Well, they're going to have to measure this one.
Well, Bruce Walton is the captain. He's standing right there, big number 74. That's his option of making that official bring that marker in anytime he thinks that it's close enough to be a first down. We'll see whether it is or isn't. Official puts the end of it down there. It's awful close. He's got to get down to take a real look at it.
It just has to touch that thing now.
So Bruce Walton's eyesight wasn't too bad,
No,
by
it
golly.
wasn't.
He thought it was awful close, and it sure was, about as close as it can get. Well, as he said, third down and an inch to go.
All right.
And Mark Harmon taking the quarterback sneak that time, veering away, got the first down with about 2 yards to spare. You're snickering there, Gary.
I'll have to tell about that one later on. I hope I don't put the kiss of Randy Gashler, or the kiss on Randy Gashler, or the kiss of death, but he's played a fine game against Glover. That whole offensive line has, and they've done a fine job moving the ball this evening. They've got to keep it going here.
That time it's McAllister again. He gets out to about the 38-yard line. The Bruins are keeping the football on the ground. Borg made the tackle, and they're chewing up the yardage. That's about a 5-yard gain for McAllister.
James has carried the ball 11 times this evening. He's picked up 68 yards. 30 of those, of course, came on a play early in the first quarter, but he's looked strong. He's quick off the ball. Hard running.
The pitch out wide to Johnson. Johnson is trapped as he goes to the sideline, cuts back into about the 41-yard line. Kermit Johnson took the pitch out, was forced into the sidelines. Dutton made the tackle as Kermit cut back. And so it's third and about 3 now.
It's going to be a tough call right here. 3rd and 3. Nebraska's been getting tougher and tougher against the running game. Still somewhat deep in your own territory on the 41. To throw that ball. It'll be a tough call.
And coming in there very quickly to make the tackle on the left side, number 18, George Kairos, along with Rich Glover, the middle man in the line, made the tackle, and he picked up maybe a yard, but not enough for the first down. And so it's 4th down, 2 yards to go. Barnes kicking now. And again, that dangerous Mr. Rogers back there for the punt. Barnes this time trying to kick that football out of bounds, and he does. Ball is out at the 34-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. No, he marks it at the 31.
I'm not sure what Bruce has had for his punting average this evening, but I'm sure it's far short of what he's accustomed to in each of his ball games. But he's had one requirement for the night: try and keep that ball away from Johnny Rogers. Some fine returns, and one all the way for the 49-yard punt return that gave Nebraska its first field goal.
Is the quarterback. Dixon and Olds are the runners. Going back to throw. He's got time. Passes over the center, and the pass is intercepted by Allen. UCLA's got some shirts out in front of him. Jimmy Allen takes it down to the 15-yard line. The big transfer from Pierce College was at the right spot.
Here's Hum. He had his man open, but he overthrew him. There's a tight end coming across. It's actually Johnny Rogers. And here's the other Allen coming back up the field. And the defense reacts well. Got some blockers on defense. If Allen had slowed down just a little here, let 56 and 90 get in front of him, he might have had a chance to get a little further. I think we're happy to be where we are right now.
15-yard line of Nebraska. Bruins football. And the handoff this time comes to the second man. It's Johnson as he goes to the 10. Faking to Campbell, hitting Kermit Johnson as the second man out. Ball is marked just about the 10-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on the play. Harper making the tackle.
Yeah, the Bruins have been effective on their first and second down plays. They've picked up 4 or 5 yards. They've had a hard time on the third down plays, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Of course, a lot of that has to do with playing against this Nebraska defense.
In tight against him. The handoff is to Campbell. Campbell straight away gets to about the 8-yard line. Pickup of about 3 more. It'll be 2 yards to go. 3rd down. UCLA, 2 big yards.
And this is where it's been really tough for them. 3rd and 2. It even gets tougher where you're getting closer to the goal line, but they haven't been very successful on converting those 3rd down plays, getting that 1st down.
Well, you're up against a very physical line. Very physical.
Crowd was getting a little loud there. Harmon and Gashler called them off. And also changing the ball. This is a biggie. I think we should at least get 3 out of here. Should we bring in Efron? We're right in the middle of the field. Whether we go right or left for the 1st down, on options or off tackle, that still keep Efron in pretty good position. Should we have to go for the field goal?
All right, a big play, needs 2 yards. Nebraska digging in. The handoff this time comes back to the inside. And the ball is moved to the 4. That's 1st down.
Hey, they didn't knock McAllister down either.
McAllister got it.
Hey, here's some power here. This man's not only got some quickness off the ball and speed, he's running with some strength. He's got the ball well covered. Hey, there's 3 men on him. Here comes a 3rd, maybe a 4th. I think he's got some strength in his legs, Tom.
Yeah, you might as well try to tackle a house. All right, in tough, 4 yards for the touchdown. UCLA trying to dig it out. Straight away this time. It's Campbell, the ball carrier. He got to the 2-yard line. Randy Glover right smack in the middle of things. It's 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. 10-10 is the score. The UCLA Bruins are fighting the Nebraska Cornhuskers here. Everybody in tight. Touchdown! Mark Harmon on the left side. Good fake. Pulled in the defense. Drove it in. Saw pay dirt and dove for it.
Here it is on the replay. There's the fake to Campbell. And Harmon does one thing. He's diving for that goal line. And he's in. All you have to do is get the helmet over the line. And the Bruins go ahead, 16-10.
But once you get over that last line, that's it.
So the Bruins go 15 yards in 5 plays. Jimmy Allen's interception to keep playing that drive.
And Herrera adds the extra point. And so, with 7 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter, the score is UCLA 17, Nebraska 10. And Rogers, the deep man, and they have attempted to keep that football away from Rogers. Again, it's another high kick. The football at the 31-yard line.
Hey, I've never seen that. Can you call a fair catch on the kickoff?
It looks as though they can. They just did. The ball is down at the 34. Nebraska will take over 1st and 10.
By trying not to kick to Johnny Rogers. Once again, the Nebraska offense will start the ball in outstanding field position. They're starting on the 34-yard line.
Hum, the quarterback. The 2nd man through is Dixon. There's a fumble, and UCLA's got it. And the big guy, Tom Waddell, comes up with it. The Bruins have got it on the 33-yard line.
Here it is. I think it's just a mistake between Hum and Dixon. Here's the handoff. No, yeah, it was just a bad handoff. Dixon never really had the ball. And here comes Waddell. Well, enough Bruins are on that apple. Hey, these are the kind of things that cause upsets.
Kermit Johnson, hand-to-hand with the defensive back, going deep with him. George Kairos couldn't hold on to it.
I think Kermit ran so fast he caught up with that ball. I didn't think he had a chance for it. It's a fine play by Johnson.
Pass on the first play, incomplete. Harmon to Johnson. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. The handoff straight away to the first man through was Campbell. He got it to the 30-yard line. Branch made the tackle.
Here's a big play. It looks like a passing situation. We haven't seen Harmon or the Bruins go to the air.
UCLA, 3rd down, 8 yards to go. The screen pass to the right side to McAllister. Tries to get away, cuts inside. Finally driven out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
He is just not an easy man to bring down.
Ball is marked out at the 26. And it looks as though Efren Herrera is going to come in with that talented right foot of his again. The ball will be kicked from about the 35-yard line, I believe. Herrera is marking it down on the 33. Mark Harmon to hold. Kick is up. It is no good. Ball is off to the left. All right, Nebraska back to try and make a move from their own 20. Hum the quarterback. Straightaway drive by the fullback. Dan Kroger, the fullback, gets it out to the 25-yard line. Gerald Peak making the tackle for UCLA. 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Nebraska on the ground, trying to drive. Hum, the quarterback, moving to the right side, is pulled out from behind at the 26-yard line. Herschel Ramsey, number 53, this youngster, a sophomore from Pasadena, who is really playing himself a football game tonight. He has really been all over that football field.
We won't
It's
even
3rd
tell
and
us,
3.
Tom, we won't even tell him their size. He's only about 5'11", 200 pounds. He's playing against some big kids doing a great job.
Again, some fine blocking in the center of the line. They get the first down as they go to the 34-yard line. The ball carrier, Goler, a 1st and 10 for Nebraska at the 34-yard line. When you sustain blocks in the center of that line like Nebraska is, you know those big guys are really physical. 1st and 10. Hum moving to the right side. Cutting in, gets to the 40-yard line. Gerald Peak made the tackle. Pickup of about 4 yards. Call it 2nd down and about 6 to go. Nebraska's ball on their own 39. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. UCLA leads 17-10. Hum this time, again handing off to Dixon. He tries to the center of the line, and he is piled up short of the first down as he got to across the 40 to the 42. Norfleet and Ramsey all in on the play.
Big 3rd down for the Bruin defense, 3rd and 2. I don't know, Tom, maybe it might be that wear and tear of playing this Nebraska team so big, so physical against the Bruins here, even offense and defense, and maybe taking its toll here about the end of the 3rd quarter.
2 yards to go for the first down. Hum quick pitching to the outside to Goler. Goler driving hard, gets across the 45 to the 46-yard line for the first down. He was upended by Ramsey and Jim Bright, but it's a first down for Nebraska. The Cornhuskers are just grinding it out. Hum this time. Inside handoff to Rogers. Rogers cutting to the inside.
Hey, I'll tell you, there was a move right there.
And
let's watch this move right here, Tom, with Rogers coming back on the wing-back reverse. He'll lose a man right here. I don't know who it is.
Ellis.
But he cuts right by him. Oh, it's beautiful to watch this man run. Ellis was fortunate, I think, in tripping him. But Johnny Rogers can do a lot of things for you on offense. A great weapon to have.
Second down, a yard to go. Hum back to throw, looking for a receiver, passing over the center, incomplete. Intended for Rogers. He was wide open, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Well, I'll tell you, we had no pass rush that time. I don't know how long Dave Hum took to throw that ball, but Johnny Rogers ran one of the longest patterns I've ever seen. Looked like a giant banana. And Hum just sat back there and waited him to finish that pattern. Going to need a little stronger pass rush on Hum.
All right, third down, short yardage, a yard to get it up to first. Ball on the 45-yard line of UCLA. Bruins lead 17-10. A straightaway smash, and it's another first down. The guy who got it that time was Damkroger. Maury Damkroger, a 215-pound fullback. Ocano made the tackle. Ball on the 41-yard line of UCLA. Clock ticking away with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. UCLA leads 17-10. Handoff again to Dan Krobler. Straight away, he gets it up this time to about the 36-yard line. And the physical pounding that big Nebraska line is hammering the UCLA defensive line might be taking its toll. Brett McNeil making the tackle.
Nebraska's not doing anything real fancy right here. They're just driving inside the guards. They'll change it occasionally, hit the tackles, and then occasionally go outside with Johnny Rogers on a pitch or perhaps on a wingback reverse. Nothing fancy here, just good, solid football. Oh, I thought he was back in time.
The second man through. This time, it's Goller again as he got to about the 27-yard line. Another first down.
There's a replay on Goller, and we haven't heard much about this man, but he's a pretty good runner. There's some good moves here. Some fine, hard running.
There's a penalty flag down, apparently against UCLA, and it's refused. Offsides. And so the Bruins have got to pull up their handkerchiefs and really go to work here now. Nebraska is driving. That time I think the Cornhuskers were offsides. The left guard looked like he shot just ahead of the break of the ball. The man who stopped him was Tom Waddell, the big right tackle, head on with Goller, who got nowhere that time.
Good time to take the down.
I don't know, with that type of a grinding offense, Gary, I think I might take the yardage. They refuse it. We'll see what happens.
Murray Damkroger here has come in for Bill Olds and looked mighty fine here during the late parts of the third quarter. I don't know if Olds is hurt or Damkroger is doing such a great job. They're going to keep him in here.
Rogers on the right side as Hum this time goes straight back to throw. Passes over the center. And again, Allen intercepts. The ball is on the 10-yard line. Well, Mr. Jimmy Allen, defensive back from Pierce Junior College, has got himself 2 interceptions tonight, both out of the hands of Mr. Johnny Rogers.
I think it was a bad decision by Hum this time. Rogers was pretty well covered by Allen. Had a lot of time to throw, and he had some other people open. Allen just stepped in front and grabbed that ball. They probably throw him behind him also.
Bruins take it over on their own 10-yard line. 1st and 10. The handoff. Quarterback sneak by Harmon. He gets it out across the 17-yard line. And it looks like a Nebraska man is shaken up on the play. Harper coming out of the ball game. He's their All-American defensive end. Tom Rudd made that tackle. Harper looks like he might have hurt his arm. Holding that left arm very quietly. All right, second down, 2 yards to go. UCLA's ball on the 17. The ball carrier this time is McAllister. He tries to find an opening at right tackle. Got caught, I think, by his own blocker out to about the 19-yard line. James just had nowhere to run except up the back of his own man. Picked up a yard on the play. A yard to go for the first down.
Hey, here's a big first down. This is going to be a tough one. Nebraska knows it. Keep the Bruins deeper in their own territory, and then Johnny Rogers got a chance to run that ball from about the 40 on in. It's a big first down. You keep control of the ball. Another shot to get this ball further out of your own territory. I don't think he made it.
The Nebraska line on the right side, stopping Harmon on the swing around the left side. The big guy in there, number 90, John Dutton, the right tackle, making the stop. Ball is marked short of the 20 by 3 inches.
Yeah, that's happened about the 3rd time tonight. Oh, you can't. Well, that's a toughie. What do you do?
The quarter is over, and the coaches are signaling for that.
Thank goodness that'll give them a little time to think it over.
So they'll find out what happens. And so at the end of the 3rd quarter, the score is UCLA 17, Nebraska 10. Saturday the 23rd at 7:30, the Bruins will be back in the Coliseum to host the defending Big Ten champions, the Michigan Wolverines. Dial UCLA 101 for ticket information. Barnes this time kicking off to the right side. The ball squirts and goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And that's one way to keep Johnny Rogers from returning a kick. Kick it out of bounds.
The Bruins had a tough decision to make. They were 4th down and inches, maybe 1 inch, on their own 19-yard line.
All right, Hum is the quarterback. Olds is the single running back. Hum hands away to Olds straight away. He drives to about the 48-yard line. Number 53 was Herschel Ramsey. He's the boy who was on the bottom of that tackle. What a game that sophomore has played. Beautiful defensive play in the middle of things. The entire Bruin front line has really come up against a physical, tough football team, and so far been holding their own. Hum this time hands to the second man, and he jumps over the line. It's Goller again as he got to the first down at the 45-yard line. Jimmy Allen made the tackle. Goller hurdling over the line that time for the first down. The I formation, Rogers slotted in. Rogers in motion left. Coming back to throw is Hum as he passes over the center of the line. And it's going to be off to the races. Touchdown.
Great play by Hum. I don't know if he saw those linebackers blitzing.
Jerry Litz was the man. Watch how wide open he is.
Here comes the blitzing linebackers. The Bruins were taking a chance. Litz, the tight end, on a delay over the middle. And once he caught the ball right here, it was touchdown city. A great call against a blitzing defense, and it was a gamble by the Bruins as Nebraska kept moving the ball against them. Well, the fortunes of football.
Sanger trying to tie it up. His kick is up. It is good. And so it's a 17-17 ball game with 14 minutes and 1 second left to play in the ball game. UCLA 17, Nebraska 17. Now deep for UCLA are McAllister and Johnson. Sanger again kicking high, down. Ball is taken by McAllister at the 5, back to the 10, to the 15, swings to the outside, cuts inside. Down he goes at the 25-yard line. And the guy who tripped him up, we've got the suicide squad in there. as far as the numbers are concerned for Nebraska.
Tell you, tackling McAllister one-on-one, suicide right there.
It was Starkenbaum who made that tackle. So UCLA has it 1st and 10 on their own 24. Harmon, the quarterback. The handoff comes away straight in there to McAllister. He got to the 25-yard line, and that was about it. The left side of that line, driving him back, Tom Pate making the tackle. Gene Blamar goes into right end, replacing Jack Lassner.
Blamar is a pretty good receiver. He's got good speed for a tight end. It might be a play option with the pass. Hey!
Mark Harmon running the football out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and that's a first down for UCLA. 67,702 fans here tonight watching the Bruins.
The
Here
reverse
it is.
option. Good decision-making by the Bruin quarterback and some fine blocking right here, Campbell. And then further down the field, a good block by the receiver. Allows Harmon to get outside for a fine gain of 19 yards.
This time it's Campbell on the straightaway as he gets out to the 47-yard line.
One thing we have not seen out of the wishbone yet is the deep pitch to the far outside man. Nebraska has shut that off very, very well so far.
It's 2nd down, 5 yards to go, and the Bruins ask for a change of footballs. Apparently the ball is wet.
Harmon and McAllister have been the big running backs for the Bruins tonight. McAllister 14 carries, 74 yards. Harmon has had the ball 16 times, has picked up 58.
2nd down, 5 to go. Driving at the left tackle spot is Johnson. He gets to the 49-yard line of Nebraska, short of the first down by about a yard.
Tom, I don't think I've ever seen a football team miss first down so many times by 1 yard as UCLA has tonight. I think 3 times this evening they've been 4th and 1 inch. It's been so close for them. They really need to control that ball. Move it down there for a score right here.
All right, outside is Terry Vernoy now, flanked wide. The wishbone. Loss of footing as he tried to cut. Mark Harmon tried to get the first down, and his feet went out from under him, and that was the end of the first down. The ball marked on the midfield stripe.
And yet it's still 4th and about a yard and a half, a long yard and a half, maybe a full 2.
Barnes goes in for punt formation.
They've just had a hard time this evening converting those crucial 3rd down plays. And when you're playing a team like Nebraska or any football team in a ball game, you've got to convert those 3rd down plays into first downs.
All right, Barnes kicking from his own 35. He really belts this one up in the air. And the Bruins are right there to upset the receiver on that one. Randy Borg took that kick. Rogers didn't get a chance, and Vernoy dumped him at the 19. So Nebraska has 80 yards to go.
Veteran team, they know they have to score here. Just drive it down the field. That's what we'll see.
Inside handoff to Goller. He gets to the 23-yard line. A gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down, 7 yards to go. It's a 17-17 ball game. UCLA's defense has got to stop this tough Nebraska offense. Olds the single running back as Hum is the quarterback. He hands it to Olds, and Olds drives outside. His hit is dropped at the 25-yard line. The officials had better start blowing that whistle while those guys are squirming there, or somebody is going to get hurt.
A lot of pursuit on that Bruin defense. They realize they're going to get blocked, and it's going to take a number of men to bring down that ball player. So they're pursuing a lot. We're seeing a lot of probably tackles made 2 and 3 yards within their defensive line. A lot of men coming across the field, taking stabs
Big play,
at the runner.
3rd and 4th, Gary.
Don't want to talk about it, Tom.
Cornhuskers going back to throw.
Oh, he's got so much time.
There's no chance. He is dropped. And the boy who got in there that time was Rich Gunther, number 73.
Here we
Dropped
go.
him for a big loss.
There's
and the
Hum. He didn't have a
Cornhuskers.
good time getting away from the center, but he had a lot of time. It must mean the defensive secondary, because he's looking at secondary receivers, did a good job for the Bruins. And here's the crusher. A great play for the Bruins. It gives them a shot, probably with good field position, to try and score here. Middle of the fourth quarter.
All right, a sophomore, John Shara, is back in punt formation. It's a low line drive kick. The ball is bounced. Shara takes it, starts to the right side. He's got a blocker. Look out. Goes down to the 30-yard line. Fine
John
block.
Shira. It's a bad punt. It's a low dribbler. You get these run down your throat. Hey, Shira here is 18 years old. He's a freshman. This is a freshman playing varsity football. A great athlete. He can play many places. And here he comes down with a great punt return and puts UCLA on the 31-yard line. There's a Nebraska player down on the field hurt.
And that's their kicker, Gary. Sanger, Rich Sanger, who is down on the play. Randy Geisler again calls for a change on the football.
Tom, you know, it's a great night for football playing. The game started at 68 degrees. We have a very cool breeze blowing across that field, but I think those ball players are perspiring heavy, and probably Geisler letting his arm get on that ball is dripping water on it. Harmon wants that thing dry in case he has to throw it.
All right, second down, 6. The keeper play. Mark Harmon gets to the 21. That's a first down.
We've seen this a number of times tonight. Here's the step away against the reaction of those Nebraska. Great blocking by this offensive line. And Harmon picks up a first down at the 21. Hey, this is relatively a young offensive line. Geisler, the first time he's played center, he was moved from guard. Osterman playing against an experienced defense, and they're doing a great job.
All right, first and 10 at the 21. The pitch out this time is to McAllister. He's running wide. He moves it down to about the 17-yard line. And the guy that came up with George Kairos to make the tackle along with the left end, Menstedt.
I think that's the first time that the Bruins have been able to get outside with the wishbone. The quarterback actually pitching to the deepest man. And that would be McAllister in that situation. Hey, those backs have a rough job on that wishbone. They're always moving every play. They don't get too many chances for pass blocking. They're always moving right and left. Johnson and McAllister have to be in great shape.
All right, here we go from the wishbone. The second man through this time. McAllister fumbles. Jim McAllister. A mix-up with Harmon and McAllister, recovered by Nebraska.
We can see what happens here. It's the first mistake, the first major mistake the Bruins have made. I don't think McAllister ever thought he had the ball, or that he may have been getting it. But what an untimely fumble. And that ball sat there a long time. I don't think anybody knew where it was.
Nebraska Cornhuskers take it over on their own 16. Hum, the quarterback. Inside handoff to Johnny Rogers. Rogers tries to go left, but this time Alan Ellis is on top of him. Fred McNeil also in on the play.
I think that's the first time the Bruins have stopped that play. Nebraska's been very successful bringing Rogers back in on that reverse. So much lateral speed, Tom. It doesn't look like he loses a second when he stops. It looks like he starts up at full speed right away on a 90-degree turn.
Second and 11. Hum, the quarterback, from his own 16. Hum going back. The flags are flying. Hum ready to throw. Tries to go to the outside. He's being pursued. Throws the pass. The pass is caught. Out of bounds. No good. Rogers, the receiver, but he caught it out of bounds. Jimmy Allen right on top of him, and I think Nebraska is going to pick it up for moving ahead of the football that time.
I think all 7 men on the line moved early. It looked like a staggered start. Definitely a mix-up on the single calling by Nebraska.
UCLA takes the down. It's 3rd down and 11 yards. UCLA got to stop Nebraska on this big play. We'll see what the Cornhuskers come up with. Are they going to throw deep in their territory? Put that football in the air. It can be intercepted. It's dangerous. Oles is the running back at the fullback spot.
Let's look for a pass to that tight end.
That's what it is. Oles is hit. Dropped at the 21. He doesn't get the first down. The guy who came up to meet him that
key
time.
Play. Hum dropping back, looking like a pass.
Is the guy. Watch this stick by Hocano right there. Bang.
Fine play, and the Bruin defense has come through twice here late in the 4th quarter.
John Chera again in to take the ball.
Has caused Nebraska to punt only for the 2nd time.
Sanger
Both
again
late
kicking.
in the 4th quarter.
Sanger gets off a kick. Chera takes it. He is down on the 45-yard line. The official said his knee hit at the 43. So the Bruins take over 1st and 10 at that point. Six minutes and 13 seconds left to play in the ball game. The score is UCLA 17, Nebraska 17. 1st and 10. The handoff to Campbell, and Campbell drives almost to midfield. Crossed that time on a cross pattern. The fullback went to the right side. Ball moved up just short of midfield. Quick hitter, the center, Glover making the tackle. The middle guard, Rich Glover, number 79. He's everything they've said about him. He's big and quick and tough. The Bruins out of the huddle. The wishbone. On the left side is Vernoy. Mark Harmon on the quarterback sneak. This time is grabbed by the big linebacker. Tom Dutton pulled him back. Picked up about 2 yards on the play. Tom Rude also in on the play. Ball marked at the 49-yard line. Short of the first down.
Tom, I think here's a biggie. 3rd and 2. Actually about 3rd and 1.5.
The Bruins have had tough on these 3rd down plays. They got to get this one if they want to keep it going. Nebraska bunches up in the middle. The handoff comes to Kermit Johnson. He's got the first down. Moved it to the 45-yard line.
Take a look at it. Johnson actually hit once behind the line of scrimmage. Right here. And he shook off a great defensive player in Harper. Driving. Actually riding a defensive player on his back to get the first down.
4 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the ball game. The Bruins are at the Nebraska 45. And now Efren Herrera looms large in the possible scoring. The handoff to McAllister. And he goes to the 35.
I'll tell you, he was almost gone. This looks like a reverse.
He's quick. Watch him.
He's quick, strong, and big. Everything we thought he would be. It's a counteraction. Linebacker moved out. Here he comes through there. He looks just almost right there. Good tackle. Looks very similar to a young man that played at USC, I think, Tom. Wearing the same number.
Mr. O.J. Simpson could run with the football, and James McAllister has that kind of a future. 2nd and 1. The Bruins on the drive. This time again it's McAllister, and he carries the middle guard Glover for the first down.
I'm not going to say too much of what's going on here this evening, but not until the time gets down to 0-0-0. But what a great performance by a young UCLA football team.
Bobby Farrell in the backfield for UCLA now, replacing McAllister at the running back spot. Again, it's Campbell on the cross. He gets to the 35, the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 3 yards before he is driven back. Big guy pulled him that time was Tom Rudd, the linebacker on the left side. UCLA now sending in players with the signals. Not taking any chance with the signals from the coaches. The backfield at the moment is Harmon at quarterback, Farrell at the left halfback spot, Campbell at the fullback, and Johnson at the right half. They reversed that time, but the big tackle on the right side, Tom Dutton, jammed it and mixed it all up.
Very similar to the play that we saw McAllister make such great yardage on. Nebraska was not full the second time. Tom, I think we're going to have to hit a pass down here to get back into field goal range. Efren has not been strong on his field goal tonight. Missed two relatively short ones for him, 22 and 27. And did not have much arch on the ball, so maybe we can see the Bruins putting the ball up in the air. Try and get in at least that first down and get closer into the field goal range.
We'll find out.
Oh!
Pass over the center. And that's a first down.
What a fine play by number 7, Mark Harmon.
A great pass under heavy pressure, I'll tell you. First down.
We've got a chance here. I don't want to tell you Nebraska hasn't lost in 32 games. There's 2:13 left to play. They might let this clock run down to the 2-minute warning. There's no sense in getting hurried here.
The Bruins have it on the 20-yard line. First and 10.
We're under 2.
They drive down this time to about the 17-yard line as Johnson is the ball carrier.
The roars are coming. There's a lot of people in the stands with a lot of red on that are awful quiet right now. And I'll tell you, it looks like it's about half and half between the red and the blue.
The ball is on the 17-yard line. It's second down and about 7 to go. UCLA working away with the clock. Mark Harmon on the quarterback sneak, gets it out to the 15-yard line.
And they may just be going into the middle of the field for Efren. The last time Nebraska lost was in 1970 to Missouri, 17-7. I'm sorry, that was in 69. They tied SC here in the Coliseum in 1970, 21-21, and went on to win 32 games from there.
UCLA, ball on the 14-yard line. Third down and about 5. Hey, flags go flying. Motion in the backfield at UCLA. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, but they'll get the extra down. We'll see if Nebraska takes it or refuses it.
Well, I'm sure they realize that the Bruins are just trying to get into position closer and closer for Efren. I wonder how Efren feels right now. He's got to know what the Bruins are doing. He's the man on the spot.
They refused it.
I'm surprised.
Ball is at the 13.
And in comes Efren.
There are 43 seconds left to play in the ball game. And the little guy, number 1. It all hangs right with him. Does this 32-game winning streak go down the tube? Well, we'll know in a second. Herrera's kick is up.
It's good.
It's good.
They got to hang on for 22 seconds. It's good. We got 22 seconds to go.
Look at them, Bob Herrera.
It's pandemonium in the Coliseum and in this press box, for that matter. I think I'm speechless. Look at the sidelines. That's all. The stands are worse. Please understand, we've got 22 seconds to go. There's plenty of time. A pass interference play could put Nebraska in good position. But let me tell you, I don't think anyone in the world had any idea with 22 seconds left in this football game that UCLA would be ahead and have Nebraska with their backs to the wall and in the corner.
Herrera's kicking, and he kicks it high. The ball is out of bounds.
And the clock does not start. Not until an offensive man or a kick return man, a Nebraska man, touches that ball. And Nebraska may take the ball where it went out of bounds.
Nebraska is signaling that they want the football there.
They want the football right there. I think that's a strange decision. But so be it.
The ball went out of bounds at the 25-yard line. If Nebraska wants the football there, the official marks it at the 29. UCLA has got 22 seconds.
Oh, I don't want to say it. The last loss once again. Nebraska to Missouri. Missouri defeated them 17-7 in 1969.
UCLA with a three-man line. Everybody in the backfield. Hum is going to be throwing. You can be sure of that. He's looking.
The ball is knocked down.
And now it's 19 seconds.
The longest 3 seconds I've seen. Here we go. Hum back to throw. Who's jumping up there? Number 64. Maybe Norfleet knocking that ball down. I'm sorry, it's Rick Baska. I'm losing my composure here. We may be watching the greatest win for UCLA in its college football history.
Hum again
Right
back
here.
to throw, looking.
Oh,
trying
rush
to
him.
find. Being rushed. Tries to go to the outside. He runs out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
It's going to be some great pass
Baska
defense.
again forcing him out. 12 seconds left to play.
I think the most fearful thing here is a pass interference call. Oh, Johnny Rogers. That's enough to worry about. We've got 12 seconds left.
Back to throw, and again he's got pressure over the center. It's incomplete. Hum could not get that football to the man that time.
He might be tightening up there that time.
8 seconds left to play in the ball game.
Well, we've got a flag down. What did he call there? Pushing on UCLA.
First down at the 40-yard line.
Wonder if that's a Midwest judge.
The big 8 seconds on the scoreboard. As soon as the ball is snapped, the clock starts. UCLA leading by 3 points. 20-17.
Yeah, I didn't even see that last one. I moved him out of a
The
hole.
Bruins in a prevent pass defense. Hum the quarterback. Hum going back again to throw. He's again in the center with pressure. Throws, the pass is caught. Rogers is dropped at the 40.
There's 1 second.
1 second left in the ball game.
We've got 1 second. Here's Hum going back to throw. Not only 3 men rushing. Rogers is wide open. Good pressure, gets the ball off. Rogers makes a fine catch and dropped immediately. Don't let him get out of bounds. We've got 1 second left. You know, a Nebraska player did not call timeout there. Devaney was down on the field and called that timeout.
Devaney was jumping up and down on the sidelines to certainly try to prove to his players to start thinking. There's the young man, Dave Hum, number 12. He's got 40 yards to go with 1 second. This is the last play of the ball game, or UCLA has pulled off one of the stunning upsets of the 1972 season, or any season for that matter. 32 football games without a defeat. Twice national champions. Nebraska has got it on the line right now with 1 play left.
Oh, we can't have any pass interference here. The game cannot end on a penalty.
Hum going back to pass. Hum is pressured. He throws. The pass is knocked down. It's all over. And UCLA has stopped the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and look at the pandemonium on the football field.
I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. I think you'll see it on the screen right here. I can't find Pepper. I can't find anybody but a lot of happy football players. Very reminiscent of 1965 and the Bruins' defeat over SC.
And look at the red stands on our left.
I think they're
It
in
looked
shock.
as though somebody has just called a mortuary convention. There's Pepper in the middle, and what a happy guy he should be. Pepper Rogers has been laying in the weeds for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And we should like to mention at this time that John McKay, the Southern California coach, called this one about 10 days ago. when he said that Nebraska is going to come out there expecting a piece of corn from the UCLA Bruins, and the Bruins have got some football players. I think the Nebraska Cornhuskers found that out tonight. The final score again, as Bedlam reigns at the Coliseum, UCLA 20, Nebraska 17.